So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 habits that have helped me stay lean, strong, and aesthetic effortlessly all year round. And you can literally just copy and paste what I do if you want to. So that way you can get the same type of results. These are the same things that have worked for me for years, but it has also helped so many men across the world. Men that were skinny fat, overweight, obese. Like I've been able to help so many men transform their physiques, get in better shape, become more confident with the man that they see in the mirror, definitely stand out to women more, attract more women to them, have a more thriving, abundant day life, and just be more confident in themselves overall. So the first thing that I do, man, is that I lift 3 times a week. So I do 2 upper body days and 1 lower body day to maintain proportion, strength, and build that V-shaped physique. So you're gonna have a lot of guys that are like, oh no, you can't lift 3 times a week. You gotta lift 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. That's a bunch of horse shit. Cause I'm gonna talk my shit real quick. I'm not like the most built man physically, but holistically in terms of my aesthetics, my strength, given my weight, because I'm around 167 pounds. On top of the fact that I do mixed martial arts, I do Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been able to achieve all this by working out 3 times a week. And I've been training like this since I was 16 when I first started weight training. And it's not because I have perfect genetics or anything like that. It's just because it's all about the exact workouts and exercises and what you're doing in your actual lifting sessions, not the amount of volume of lifting sessions that you do in isolation. Again, it's all about what you do in the lifting sessions, not the amount of total lifting sessions that you do. So my first day when I work out is more so going to be focused on my chest and arms. So my upper chest, lower chest, biceps, and triceps. Then the second lifting day of the week is going to be primarily just focused on legs, right? Quads, glutes, hamstrings, calves. And then the third day is going to be more so focused on my shoulders and my back with a little bit of arms mixed in as well. And this is literally what I've been doing for years, bro. This is literally what I've been doing for years. And this has worked for me. This has worked for many clients as well. And this is a more sustainable, more effective system because I'm actually building and have built a more masculine and aesthetic body that is strong, it's lean, it's capable. It's sustainable because I'm not working out every single day. So I'm not killing myself with 2.5 hours of gym sessions every single day, getting burnt out from the gym, actually not liking the gym, because that's actually how it was for me for a little bit. Like I started lifting weights 3 times a week in my weight training class in high school when I was 16. Once I got out of that weight training class and started working out on my own, which is why it's not good to work out on your own when you don't know what you're doing and you don't have a designated workout routine and plan that's engineered to get you the results that you want. Because once I got out of weight training and I stopped following a routine that was once laid out for me in my weight training class, and I started working out on my own, I was working out 6 to 7 days a week because I also thought that you need to do 6 to 7 days of workout sessions to actually pack on lean muscle mass and stuff like that and get stronger. But matter of fact, I actually saw that my gains weren't gaining. I wasn't really gaining that much lean muscle mass. I wasn't getting stronger because I was also not giving myself enough rest. So I wasn't fresh when I came to the gym. I wasn't really strong and powerful when I came to the gym. I wasn't giving my body enough time to recover and actually repair muscle tissue and rebuild it to be more dense, to be more strong. I just got burnt out from the gym because I was working out so many days throughout the week. And at this time, this is when I was actually starting to work overnight stocking shelves at Target. So that was actually messing up with my schedule with that too. And then of course I wanted a life. Like I had a girlfriend at the time, so I wanted her and I to spend time with each other. I was working overnights, like my schedule was all over the place. And on top of the fact that I was in college at the time, so I was trying to balance everything. So I've noticed that when I was working out just 3 days a week and actually following a routine that was engineered to build the type of body that I wanted, but I was actually getting strong in the gym. I was in a state of progressive overload. I was tracking my lifts, so I knew that I was making progress because I knew the numbers I needed to hit. This was how I was able to start building the type of body that you see in front of you and how I was able to start getting results. And I was getting better results and more results consistently than other men that were working out 2 times more than me throughout the week. So that's why when you hear the saying less is more, that's right in many different cases. And really, I focus on the 20% of exercises that produce me 80% of the results. So for example, instead of just doing, let's say, lateral raises to build up my shoulders, I focus on getting really strong at standing barbell overhead press, seated dumbbell shoulder press, seated Arnold shoulder press. Those are going to be the different exercises that are really going to build up my shoulders. And that's going to be like the cake. And then the icing and cherry on top is going to be the isolation work like lateral raises. You can take that same concept and principles and apply that to any other different muscle group and exercises for that specific muscle group. I focus again on the 20% of exercises that are going to get me the 80% of results, because that's how I not only get the results I want, like the V-shaped physique, the broad shoulders, wide back, slim waist. I'm actually strong and aesthetic, but this also helps me like not have to live in the gym every single day of the week, but I can also actually have a life. I can actually look good, look aesthetic, be strong, and be capable and functional, which I believe all men want, without having to kill myself in the gym. And this makes it sustainable. This makes fitness fun, which makes it like a hack to stay consistent. It doesn't feel like I'm really being disciplined or I'm really working that hard. It doesn't feel like it's pulling teeth for me to be in the gym because it's sustainable. And since it's sustainable, I love the gym more. And since I love the gym more, it's easy for me to be consistent, which makes it easy for me to consistently get results and maintain those results. And then moving on to the second thing that I do is that I'm always staying active daily, and I'm constantly moving. So primarily for me, I'm not saying you have to do this, but I do Muay Thai and I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I do 3 to 4 sessions of each martial arts a week. Now, luckily for me, I can go to my martial art gym and I can be there 3 to 4 days a week. But really, like based on the days and how the classes are structured, I can do a Muay Thai class and then I'll literally go from a Muay Thai class and hop into a Jiu-Jitsu class. So I can really go in, let's say 3 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week max, but I can do 2 sessions, or sometimes I even do 3 sessions in one singular day. I don't have to go there every single day to do 1 session. I can get 3 sessions in one day in a few hours. I'm not saying you need to do that, but I would recommend that you do what I call fun cardio. So for me, martial arts is a fun form of cardio. It's a fun form of cardio because I enjoy fighting. I love how I feel when I fight. I feel like I'm living my childhood dream of being a comic book superhero. I feel like I'm Nightwing, I'm Batman, I'm Daredevil, I'm Spider-Man. I feel like I'm Black Panther. Like I'm a nerd, bro. I'm a nerd at heart. I'm still like a kid at heart in certain ways. So I feel like I'm living my dream and fulfilling that when I'm doing martial arts and I'm fighting, but I'm also getting a good sweat in. I sweat a lot, so I'm constantly burning calories. I'm always lean. It makes it easy for me to stay lean, to be proportionate. So that helps a lot too. Also, it just makes me more confident because I know I'm not just a man that has a good physique and it's aesthetic, but I actually can do shit with it. I can actually fight. I can throw men around. I can strike. I can punch. I can kick. I can knee, elbow, all these different things. I can defend myself. That's why I do this. But also, I just feel like I'm maximizing the most from my physique, which is why I do advocate that men do martial arts. Whether it's boxing, it's Muay Thai, it's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it really doesn't matter. Like I would suggest that you pick up a martial art because you're going to get a lot of confidence from it and you're going to learn a lot about yourself and really develop yourself as a man. But that's my fun form of cardio. You don't have to do those things. You can do basketball, like recreational sports leagues like basketball, soccer, just whatever type of activity that's fun for you that's going to get you a good amount of sweat going as far as just burning a lot of calories, making it easier for you to drop body fat, to burn body fat, to stay lean and aesthetic. Do that. Whatever that looks like for you, do that because that's going to work best for you. Martial arts is my fun form of cardio. Also, when the weather is nice, when it's warm, like in the fall, spring, and summer, primarily during the spring and summer, I like to play basketball outside. So those are going to be my 2 fun forms of cardio, but I primarily do martial arts. And then I also like to get my steps in. I do like walking around my neighborhood and just getting my steps in. Being out in the sun, that's good for you. And just being active, even on my non-lifting days, I'm definitely trying to make sure I'm staying active, whether that's walking outside or of course doing martial arts. And really in the season of my life, man, I'm just trying to become a better fighter and really maintain the physique that I have, or even be in like in a mini recomp state where I'm dropping body fat, but I'm gaining more lean muscle mass. I want to look like I'm 175 physically in the body, but almost look like 160 in the face. I know that probably doesn't make much sense, but I'm trying to be more like in a maintenance mode, like recomp stage, but primarily I'm more so focused on getting better at fighting, more specifically closing the skill gap from my striking with my grappling, because I'm a much better grappler than I am striker. So I'm trying to get a lot better when it comes to striking, but I'm constantly staying active every single day. So I would suggest that you find some fun form of cardio that you can do 2 to 3 times a week that is going to be fun, sustainable for you, that's going to allow you to get a good sweat in. It has a moderate to high intensity intensity activity level. You're going to be able to burn a lot of calories, which is going to make it easy for you to stay lean, burn body fat, and overall be holistically attractive and aesthetic. And if you're someone that's watching this right now and you're having a hard time actually having a sustainable and effective routine that's going to allow you to build a more masculine and aesthetic body, but it's going to allow you to actually maintain that all year round effortlessly. If you want extra help when it comes to achieving that, especially if you've been in the gym consistently doing all the right things, but your body hasn't changed at all, then I would highly suggest that you check out the free training that I made for you, specifically breaking down step by step how I got in shape, but more importantly, how I've been able to help other men get in shape, guys that were skinny, fat, overweight, obese, even guys that work 60, 80 hours a week, guys that have their own businesses, guys that are very ambitious and driven and can't live in the gym every single day. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're a man that's busy, or matter of fact, you just don't want to do that. And you want to have a more holistic, attractive, fun life where you are in shape, you work out, you're lean, you're capable, but you're not living in the gym every single day, which gives you more time to do things like dating. If you want those same results, again, check out that free training that I made for you, breaking down step by step how I've been able to achieve all of this and how I've helped other men achieve this. I'll have a link down below in the description and the pinned comment. And then moving on to the third thing that I do, man, is that I eat the same meals every single day. This just eliminates decision fatigue. That way I don't have to constantly think about, oh, what am I going to eat today? I'm not having to think about all that. Like, I already know what I'm going to eat. I already know what the meals are going to be and how many calories they are, what the protein intake is. And if you notice how I'm only really talking about caloric and protein intake, is because these are going to be the two main drivers that are going to actually transform your body. Whether you need to drop body fat and get lean, maybe you need to go on a recon, or just go on a lean bulk and pack on lean muscle mass to your frame. Regardless, calories and protein are the two main things that you need to focus on that are actually going to move the needle forward. Macros becomes, in my opinion, more of like a preference thing. I'm just going to be honest, like, I never really worried about macros. If you feel like, oh, like Jordan, like I don't want to track macros and stuff, I'm not good at that, like that stuff gives me anxiety, it's stressful. Here's the good news. You actually don't have to track all that stuff. Contrary to popular belief, you don't. I didn't have to do that. And I was able to build the body that I have. I don't have the best genetics either, but I was able to build the physique that I have. But I've been able to help other men really simplify and systemize their diet and nutrition to achieve the same type of result. I'm not the only one. I've helped so many other men achieve this as well. But I eat the same meals every single day. And personally for me, I eat a more so a high protein, low carb diet. You don't have to do this. Again, I'm just telling you what I do, but I eat 1 pound of ground beef per day. I eat 6 to 8 free range eggs every single day. I eat 0 carb cheese sticks every day. And then I will eat either like 1 to 2 New York strip sirloin steaks every single night. That's really all I eat, primarily. Now, I don't only just eat high fatty meat and protein. I've still consumed carbs here and there, but I drastically reduced my carb and my sugar intake, which we'll talk about that here soon. These are the foods that I eat. They're more nutritious. It actually makes it a lot easier for me to drop body fat, pack on lean muscle mass in proportion, increase my testosterone naturally. There's like lower inflammation. There's so many different benefits that I get from the nutrients in these different foods that I eat. And this is what I'm eating now. In my opinion, I've never looked as good as I look now because of how I switched up my diet and how I eat a higher fat protein-based diet and really minimizing my carbs. So this just makes it effortless for me to stay lean and pack on and maintain lean proportion muscle mass. You don't have to do this. You can take some of the meals that I did tell you and you can integrate that into your daily meal plan that you may have or may not have. That way you can at least be able to get a lot of your protein intake with these different meals that I laid out for you. But this is what has worked for me to just stay lean and look aesthetic and proportionate, not just physique-wise, but facially as well, because I don't have a lot of water retention. I don't have that much inflammation. So my face and my body look a lot more lean, a lot more angular, and more aesthetic. And then moving on to the next point is that I don't drink alcohol anymore. I stopped drinking alcohol in July of 2021. So it's been over 4 years now at this point of the recording. I've drastically reduced my carbs and my sugar intake to stay lean effortlessly, especially like when it comes to like alcohol. A lot of men overconsume on alcohol, which of course is going to make it pretty hard and damn near impossible for you to lean down if you're constantly in a state of a caloric surplus. And the more alcohol you consume, the more you're increasing your estrogen levels, which makes it easier for you to pack on body fat. So if you're someone that drinks, bro, I would just try to cut out drinking alcohol entirely. You're going to look so much better. You're going to feel better. You're going to age more gracefully. You're going to age slower. It's going to be a lot easier for you to be lean. It's going to be easier for you to naturally increase your testosterone. And by drastically reducing my carb intake, I'm not holding a whole bunch of water in my face or body. So I'm a lot leaner. I'm a lot angular. My muscle mass looks a lot more dense. I look a lot more proportionate. My abs are a lot more visible, a lot more prominent. You can see more of the density in my muscle mass, which makes me look a lot bigger than I actually am. Even just reducing your sugar intake is going to help you in terms of reducing inflammation. That way you're not getting puffy. You're not looking round in the face and body. You're not over consuming on calories, especially if you're someone that needs to lean down or maybe recomp or be at maintenance. Even if you need to be in a caloric surplus, you don't want to be in a major calorie surplus. You want to be in a more moderate calorie surplus. That way you're minimizing fat gain while getting more lean, proportionate mass to your frame. That way, when it's time for you to cut, you don't have to do a whole bunch of unnecessary work to cut unnecessary amounts of fat when you've just been slow to gain lean muscle mass in proportion to you at the beginning of your lean bulk phase. So by reducing my carb intake, sugar intake, on top of the fact that there's a process called glycation where sugar binds to your collagen and it breaks it down as far as into your skin, which is how you can have more dull looking skin, older looking skin. You can accelerate the aging process in your skin a lot more. This is how your fine lines and wrinkles look a lot more deep and just more apparent and more visible. So by even just reducing your carb, your sugar intake, you're going to look a lot leaner. You're going to look a lot more aesthetic. You're going to age a lot better. Your skin is going to be a lot more youthful, a lot more vibrant. You're just going to look a lot more attractive overall, man. And definitely like when you cut out alcohol, I don't smoke either. So when you cut out alcohol, smoking, you're just going to look a lot more attractive. You're going to look a lot more lean and aesthetic all around. And then lastly, man, I'm always tracking my progress. So I'm tracking my lifts, I'm tracking my calories, and then depending on what my fitness goal is. So right now I'm kind of just more of a maintenance recomping phase. So I'm gonna be just taking more pictures on my physique and measuring my waist weekly and just tracking my weight on the scale. But I just want to see if I can drop a little bit more body fat and just pack on a little bit more lean muscle mass slowly over time. Like I'm just trying to figure out how can I like make my face look like it's 160, but my body looks like it's 175 pounds of lean, proportionate muscle mass. The idea is to get as close to that ratio as much as possible. I made it up in my head, but I'm just trying to see like how lean can I look in the face, but look like I'm 175 pounds in the body when I'm only really like 165 to 167. And really that comes down to tracking your lifts. So knowing, okay, how much weight are you doing for your next workout session? Are you increasing the rep to the lift that you're doing? Are you increasing the lift by 2.5 pounds to 5 pounds? This is going to allow you to be in a state of progressive overload, which is going to help you get stronger over time, which means that your muscles are going to have to adapt to the demands that you put onto your muscles based on the resistance that you're putting it through. So as you get stronger, you're going to look stronger because muscle is going to be a byproduct of strength because it has to adapt again to the resistance that you're giving it. So when you're tracking your lifts and you know that you're in a state of progressive overload, it's just a matter of time to where that's going to be shown in your lifts in terms of your lifts going up and you're increasing your lifts, you're getting stronger as far as increasing the rep and or weight. You are looking a lot stronger visibly as far as packing on lean muscle mass in proportion to you, especially as you're leaning down, you're going to be able to see more of your lean proportionate muscle mass to your frame as well, which requires you to then track your calories. I'm always tracking my calories every single day. Even now, even though I'm like more like in a maintenance mode, I'm still tracking my calories just to make sure like I'm on point. And I use the app called MyFitnessPal to do this. And I track my calories every single day, even though I really don't need to because I pretty much eat the same meals every single day. So there's no need for it at this point. But again, it's just to train the habit. And then when it comes to measuring my waist, I'll just track my waist once a month just to see, okay, am I still at that same measurement or is my waist actually going down? But then from a visual perspective, am I actually packing on more lean and proportionate muscle mass? Which means that I'm going to be taking progress pictures every 2 weeks. I'll be taking progress pictures every 2 weeks and just tracking my overall progress that way. And then I'll be weighing myself once a week just to see where my weight is at, just to see if I'm maintaining or just again in that more like recomp phase to make sure that I'm actually progressing towards my desired fitness goals, which right now, again, I'm just trying to lean down a little bit more, but still pack on lean and proportionate muscle mass, especially with the amount of protein I'm getting. It's going to be a lot easier for me to do that. But more so my fitness goals and focus right now is just to be a better striker while also slowly gaining more lean proportionate muscle mass while dropping body fat slowly. And this is exactly what I do, man. This is how I've been able to stay lean, strong, and aesthetic all year round. And if you want extra help when it comes to actually building a more strong, aesthetic, lean, proportionate physique, look more attractive facially, and just overall be more confident in the man that you see in the mirror and actually be able to stand out to women and attract women to you and have a more thriving, abundant day in life as a result. Again, check out that free training that I made for you, specifically breaking down step by step the same strategies, methods, and even the things that I couldn't talk about in this video and how I implemented all those things to not only transformed my looks in terms of my face and my body, but how it helped other men do the same as well and be able to attract women to them. Again, check out that free training. I'll have a link down below in the description and the pinned comment. With that being said, I hope you got a lot of value from this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one.